Hi everyone. I have a video that I want to share with everyone. It's kind of showing you the difference on how white supremacy will use certain drugs and certain criterias to where like if they see that there's like a drug epidemic in, let's say, Chicago, because they're always talking about Chicago and the drugs and the violence and stuff like that. But when they're talking about, rectifying these problems or thinking of solutions, their solutions is mass incarceration, their solutions is bringing in the National Guards. It's never anything to help the community, whenever it's a community where there's Black people. And then you can look at the other extreme epidemic of drugs, which is prescription drugs. And the way they go at finding a solution to that problem is completely different. And they won't tell you it's because these drugs are used by white society. These are the drugs that are in the white community. But you'll see that their reaction and their solutions are drastically different. So I'm going to try to find this video really quick. And I think I talked about the use of prescription drugs in the white community before. But let's listen to this. I'm going to try to make the screen a little bigger. Okay, I guess it's not going to work soon.
The Raleigh County Commission plans to file a major lawsuit against drug distributors. It chose a team of lawyers for that case this morning. 59 News reporter Joe Petrello was at the County Commission meeting today and brings us the latest.
Raleigh County Commissioners believe the area is going through a drug epidemic because of irresponsible distributors. They say the percentage of drug crimes in the area has doubled in recent years. Law enforcement agencies within the county agree.
If we would do a study and go back and look at all the crimes where there's some type of drug activity or drug dependency that's related to the type of crimes, then I would say that we would have a large majority of our crimes which are drug related.
Bert White is the president of the Raleigh County Commission. He says the drug problem has created an expensive jail bill and other damages to the area.
I would say that the majority of the people that are incarcerated in the jail, it would be my opinion that their incarceration was due in whole and in part to drugs and their dependence thereon.
So White and other Raleigh County commissioners say they plan to file a lawsuit against major drug companies and distributors. The county commission selected Wooten, Davis, Hussle, and Ellis, PLLC, to represent it. 2 other local law firms were in the mix to be chosen.
We really looked at all of their qualifications, their history, the number of people in.
Can I just state how backwoods and retarded these people sound? They just sound really slow. And I've never heard of a state suing the drug companies. We have the FBI and the CIA putting drugs in the Black community. They've already admitted to that. Are these states suing the FBI and the CIA? No, but when the drugs are in the white community, oh, let's not hold these people responsible for their actions. Let's not give them more jail time. Let's not bring in the National Guards. Let's sue the drug company instead. This is white supremacy.
Firm. The names of the drug distributors in the future lawsuit haven't been named yet in Raleigh County. Joe Petrello.
So I can tell you one thing about Raleigh County. They're slow because that guy really sound.
59 News.
I'm trying to get out of this, so now I'm feeling like maybe I'm slow.
And we're told the lawsuit has also, or the law firm rather, has not decided when they will file that lawsuit.
Good news for fans of Bernie Sanders.
So is that not ridiculous? Have you ever heard of let's say Chicago saying, you know what, let's sue the federal government for putting drugs on the streets in these Black communities. Let's file a joint lawsuit, and maybe we can use some of that money to bring in some programs to help these people get off of drugs and to help them to get rehabilitated. Let's put some of the money into the schools and into the juvenile systems there. They're not saying that because white supremacy only cares about white people. This is something that I have never heard of a state literally going after the drug company. Where's the responsibility of these white suburban housewives to not go get prescriptions for medication that they don't need? Where's the individual responsibility when it comes to white people? They're fine. They don't need to hold themselves responsible because, oh, we'll just go ahead and sue the drug company. You guys are fine. You're the victims, as always. They're always the victim. So let's just hold anybody else accountable for your actions, for your drug use, for your criminal behavior. Let's hold the drug company responsible. Like, that is just asinine to me. I don't get that. Whenever there's, if it was in a Black community, there is no way they would even consider taking taxpayers' money to pay to sue the drug company. I'm all for suing the drug company, yeah, if they're responsible. But how is the drug company responsible for these white people getting drugs and then going on crime waves? Like, when are they gonna take responsibility for their actions? Because they put drugs in the Black community for years and years and years, and nothing, still to this day, even after they admitted to what they were doing. They admitted that they were putting the drugs in the area, in the neighborhoods, and in these, in the hands of these people, even children. They admitted to putting the drugs on the streets. Where is our lawsuit? Why aren't we suing the federal government? Because they're setting a precedent right now. I think the state of Virginia is setting a precedent by suing the pharmaceutical companies. They're telling them, we want you to take responsibility for your drugs. So why aren't we suing the federal government and saying, we want you to take responsibility for the generations upon generations upon generations of people that didn't have a two-parent home because one's on crack because you chose to put crack on the streets? Where's our lawsuit? We need to look. These are just little bits of proof, a little bit snippets of evidence for Black people to look at, so that you can see that you are not treated equally. And I don't understand that. They will love to sit there and say everyone's born with the same opportunities. No, they're not. You're not born with the same opportunities. The crime is not paid. You're not punished the same way for crimes. And the government will put drugs out on the streets as long as it's negatively affecting the Black community. But as soon as the white community get their hands on their pharmaceuticals, their oxycodone, their methamphetamines, because they're definitely love some meth and some heroin. But let's make it the pharmaceutical company's responsibility. Let's make them pay for it. This is ridiculous. This is white supremacist terrorism that I'm talking about, okay? They're allowed to put drugs into the communities of minorities. They can go out to the Black communities and put drugs in the hands of our children, and they don't feel the need to take any responsibility. In fact, we're just called drug addicts and thugs and lazy, and for them, they're victims. They're just these victims of these pharmaceutical companies coming into their house and pulling drugs down their throat, which we all know does not happen. Anyways, tell me what you think about this video. Please share it and like and comment. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.